Hey guys, welcome to Lucy T, WWE's new weekly show. I'm Lucy T, and the countdown intensifies to SummerSlam. Just 18 days away, and both the blue and red camps are setting up for some killer punchlines. One thing that I felt was painfully obvious this week, though, is the time difference between Raw and SmackDown Live. Leave your ideas in the comments. I don't know, does anyone else feel that Raw is more focused on quantity and SmackDown Live has no choice but to focus on quality? I feel like, don't get me wrong, I love a shirtless Dean and Seth. There was a lot of that on Raw this week. But I feel like it was just a bit overkill, a bit fluff. Raw opened with Paul Heyman waging that if Brock Lesnar loses the Universal title at SummerSlam, he will leave the WWE. Never gets defended anyway. And hasn't been defended since WrestleMania. So I don't know. I think Brock will lose it because the WWE really needs to have this relatively new championship a bit more in the spotlight. So we'll see what happens there. And I think there's also some rumors going on with his contract with the WWE and sort of initiating a feud with a UFC fighter. So we'll see what happens. And I'm not sure why, but I was a bit tickled to see Gallows and Anderson back in the ring. And Team Extreme came out victorious on this matchup. Thank the Lord. To Jeff Swanton, no surprise there. I'm not sure if anyone's caught this, but Michael Cole was going on and on about how tough Matt Hardy's Twitter is. Anyway, speaking of tag teams, tension between Ambrose and Rollins is mounting. And I can't help but wonder, what will SummerSlam bring? Leave your ideas in the comments. Kudos to Cesaro for the hilarious joke about no one wanting to hang out with Seth. They were like, can't get on Ride Along if you want, but you could make a show called Ride Alone. That accent was, but deal with it. After Jason Jordan declines The Miz's invitation to join the Miztourage, and after he double suplexes The Miz into the Miztourage, Sans Maurice, of course, Sheamus beats Rollins and Ding comes to the rescue, but fails. And this is only whetting my appetite even more for what SummerSlam has in store for these two former Shield members. So, hoping they reunite at SummerSlam for good. Maybe they'll have a tag match. I don't know. And one of my favorite moments of Raw this week was when Bray Wyatt was waiting for Finn Balor in the ring. And then it was like the red doo-doo. Could it be the Demon King? Guess we'll have to wait for SummerSlam for the Demon King, but I'm glad that someone finally gave Bray Wyatt a taste of his own medicine with the whole sneak it up on peeps in the ring game. So that was awesome. Thank you, Finn Balor. And the triple threat match between Braun, Roman, and Samoa Joe wasn't even the main event. What the fuck? So not only is Raw spoiling a big part of the hype for SummerSlam's Universal title Fatal 4-Way match with like the four biggest dudes in the world, but it wasn't even the main event. I also kind of felt like Samoa Joe was sort of third wheeling on a date because there's so much history between Roman and Braun, and so he was just like, hey guys, can I get in on that too? I don't know. I'm excited for SummerSlam. I try not to pay attention too much to that match because I want to enjoy it in person when I'm there. And then we had Nia Jax versus Bayley, which Bayley won, but at what cost? She's hurt her shoulder, so love and prayers to you, Bayley. You're gonna need that shoulder for all those huggies. And Big Cass was the main event, as Jerry Lawler would shriek, "Oh my God!" I mean, really, Raw? I don't know. He's also going on and on about having self-respect and that Big Show needs to learn self-respect for himself first before he can help anyone else, aka Enzo. And I'm like, okay, are you a self-help writer? A self-writer? I don't know. Anyway, switching gears to the tighter SmackDown, which kicks off straight into the action with AJ Styles defending the US title to KO again. The highlight of the match for me is when AJ Styles delivers the Phenom Forearm over the top rope to KO on the floor outside of the ring. It was beaut. It was a beaut. This match was very good. They had headbutts, reversals, somersaults, panda rolls, calf crushers, and KO accidentally hits the ref in the mix of all of this. which is a nice little callback to Battleground. So even though Kevin Owens' shoulder was up, AJ Styles won the match. So there was a bit of upheaval, and looking forward to the SummerSlam rematch with Shane O'Mac as the referee. And then, of course, we can't not talk about the Fashion X-Styles. We had Bella Twin Peaks. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. There was a little dream sequence, though, and I hope that Tyler Breeze's nightmare screaming "No More Metaphors" was not an allusion to maybe the fact that it was Fandango. So I'm hoping that they stay together. Okay, Aiden English versus Sami Zayn. So, of course, there's the "You Suck" chant. He looks like he smells like old Chinese food in an abandoned movie theater. But Aiden English still wins. So I'm going to say it again. Sammy's a Jabba. And then again, Mike and Maria. It's the fact that we love each other and we love that you lost. Okay. And really my favorite side of the week, it's not really a sign, but close enough. There was a guy wearing a t-shirt while Aiden English was singing, and the camera caught it at a perfect angle. And that made me giggle. Speaking of giggling, there was none of that in the women's match this week as Becky and Naomi defeated Natty and Carmella. Naomi, of course, won the match by submission, and Becky literally throws Natalya like very far out of the ring. No surprise there. I think Becky is very fed up. I think she deserves spotlight a little bit. Loving where it's going, though. I just wish the writers would spend a bit more time on a bigger picture storyline for the women's division. So I'm hoping they can make it up to us at SummerSlam. Excited to see what happens there because the women's division is the best I think it's ever been. I mean, I can go on for hours about those women. And then Chad Gable versus Rusev. This was Gable's, I think, first official match without Jason Jordan since Jason Jordan went to Raw. So I just want to make sure everyone knows that Bulgaria is not at war with the United States, but all right. Rusev wins by the accolade, which is my favorite. And then his music starts, dum, dum, dum. And then he gets startled. And then he's like, oh, it's just my music. And then, I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. So I'm excited for that match. To see Randy versus Rusev. Who else is excited for that, huh? I think that'll be a really exciting match with the Lion versus the Viper. And then next up, Shinsuke Nakamura versus John Cena. This was a very good match also. I normally don't even like watching John Cena wrestle, to be frank. But this was a matchup to decide who will be facing Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. And, you know, Jinder and the Singh brothers were watching from a skybox. Lols. And Nakamura. Oh, I love watching him wrestle. So many reversals. Like, wee, wee, wee. And Shinsuke came out victorious, so I'm so excited to see him face Jinder Mahal, which again, if you watch my earlier videos, brings back the fact that Baron Corbin's going to cash in at SummerSlam because he does not like Shinsuke. So, see what happens there. I hope John Cena's neck is all right. This was a very injured-filled week. I don't know if he's like actually injured, but that slow-mo where he would, ooh, my neck, oh. I was like, John, you need to go to Bliss Spa and get a massage. Ooh. It's like Princess Diana's car crash. Ooh. Reenactment. I wasn't there. So I'm excited to see that. Thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the new format. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen at SummerSlam. Let me know how you guys think the women's division is going in terms of the storylines. And that's the drill, guys. Have a nice day.